This episode is brought to you by My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply is to stock up on your food items and to make sure that you're prepared if you have any emergency preparedness needed. In fact, they have a 4-week emergency supply, and which averages 2,000 calories a day, and you can read on the website of how to go. Survival supplies and emergency preparedness gear. They also have several items: water filtration, air purification, survival coffee, and they have the option to buy now and pay later. So, My Patriot Supply. Go to jjmedia.online.net/MyPatriotSupply for your products. Okay, let's get on to the video. The governors of 3 states are looking to open up their portion of the government, or of the country. And one of the things that has been in debate is that President Trump has been trying to control how they open up, which he has. That's his prerogative. It's kind of interesting how they complain about everything. It doesn't matter what he does. They complain. He does it wrong. And Trump has been doing a great job. But this article talks about Governor's White House race to reopen America. An arms race of sorts has emerged between red states and blue states to reopen America, with Democrat and Republican governments developing rivaling plans to lead their states out of the darkness of this coronavirus crisis, while the White House Coronavirus Task Force and President Donald Trump's ultimate decision looms over the country. And hundreds of millions of Americans are under some variation of stay-at-home orders in every state in the Union, with all 50 states also having active disaster declarations. This is the first time such a crisis has ever swept the nation in her nearly 250-year history. The president has called the decision to reopen America for business the biggest he will ever make in his presidency and his life, and is expected to roll out a new task force from the White House on Tuesday to detail his plans and lead the effort from Washington. The president also said it is his decision and his alone to make, arguing Monday that he has the authority as the nation's commander-in-chief to override any governors or local officials nationwide who may get in his way. The reason why he has that power is because there has been a state of emergency declared in all 50 states. And, of course, the Democrat governors have expressed unease with moving too quickly. In other words, they want to go on their own timetable, not Trump's. There is an emerging competition with various governors nationwide to see who can get there first, safely for the people of their state. And it shows, once again, they're supposed to be serving the people, but they're about their own agenda, and I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. Texas governor, which is Republican, eyeing a plan and rollout as early as this week to begin opening parts of his state. We want the openings of Texas love to work. The White House sounds familiar with the matter, told Breitbart News has a list of approximately 20 states they intend to begin the reopening process in as soon as potentially later this week, but definitely before the end of April. So we are going to start opening the economy. Part of the reason why U.S. officials at the federal, state, and local level relied on these now demonstrably flawed models to make their public policy decisions is because they have no real-world data on the threat of the quickly spreading disease. So, I'll leave the link to this. You can go ahead and read it. And it's kind of interesting how in the midst of the supposed epidemic and pandemic, you have the political parties still bickering. And it's really sad. All right. And talking about that, this is the first time in the history of our country disaster declaration in all 50 states. And over 95% of the U.S. residents ordered to stay home. Every state and most U.S. territories are now under a disaster declaration. And that is the difference. That's why the president has control. First time in American history. Meanwhile, the vast majority of states and some local jurisdictions, home to over 95% of the U.S. population, of the 329 million, have issued some variation of a stay-at-home order for non-essential personnel to stem the spread of the viral outbreak. Okay, and as stated in the other article, some states are preparing to open up parts of the country. And New York Times revealed that as of the last Tuesday, at least 316 million people in at least 42 states, 3 countries, 9 cities, or 3 counties, 9 cities, and the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico are being urged to stay home. So this is a huge deal. But think of this. Within 22 days, Trump declared a major emergency in all 50 states and most territories through the Federal Emergency Management. And several state and local jurisdictions have threatened legal penalties for ignoring coronavirus restrictions. So there has been a battle back and forth with the authorities from local to federal. And think about this, it shows you and what actually Trump is doing. He's letting the local authorities push their weight, but he's letting them expose, both on the Republican and the Democrat side, expose who they really are. So, think about that. We have a president that cares about the people. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share, and connect with us on our social media channels. We will see you on the next video.